Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Talking Movies. My name is Josh.
I'm Chris.
Clay.
I'm still dizzy, a little bit nauseous, but I'm here. That's what matters.
That's right.
Yes.
And we're talking about Clay's pick this week. This is Bloody Moon,
Bloody moon. That bloody moon.
1981. Just Franco.
Young girls in search of love and adventure become the prey of a bloodthirsty killer. A dream vacation becomes a nightmare. Bloody Moon, a film you won't soon forget. Bloody Moon.
Clay, give us the synopsis. What happens?
So, I've seen it a couple times. I may fumble around here with the
It's a,
synopsis.
yeah, if it's a little murky, I forgive you.
There's I'm trying to think of how it starts. There's a couple who making love or something, and he's got a face deformity, and then it sort of jumps to like like a sort of a debutante lady thinks that everybody's out to get her money. Am I going the right direction with
Yeah,
this?
they're like a family because
Yeah.
like it's her mom or whatever, and he's the
And
brother,
then
and
there's a bunch of really attractive women who are taking language lessons and uh help me out here.
yeah, she
I
yeah,
mean, it's a
the
slasher.
I mean, it
the
sounds
It's a
deformed
about
slasher.
right.
Yeah,
the
people start
deformed
dying.
the
Yeah.
deformed guy gets
They do.
out of prison like 5 years later or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And his sister goes to pick him up, and his sister or mom owns the
Yeah,
school or whatever that they're all at.
Right.
the
So
plantation.
that sort of loosely ties it together.
And
I
Um,
mean,
he kills someone at the beginning of the movie, right? He kills a girl, and then a bunch of other girls start dying, and it may or may not be him the whole time.
yeah,
This is
nailed
inspired
it.
Scream, I think, directly.
it definitely
Or is
inspired some of Game of Thrones.
But
are they
yeah,
in Spain or something? Where are they at?
Germany.
Spain,
They're
is it
incest.
Germany?
Germany. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a German movie. Yeah.
Jess Franco, is he German or is he
He does a lot of German stuff. I'm not sure if he is German though.
okay? All right. This is my first Franco film. I know he's made a lot, but this is my first one, so I'm not too familiar with him.
Yeah, he's Spanish. He worked
I see.
extensively in
That's
West
why I thought. I
Germany.
think that's
Yeah.
why I thought I would. Yeah, I
To
thought
avoid Yeah, to
it
avoid
was.
Spanish censorship. That was
Oh,
why he went to
really?
Germany.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, interesting, interesting.
Figures. Yeah.
Yeah. Makes a little bit of sense with all the blondes and stuff running around.
It
Oh
Facts.
my
does. It
goodness.
does. But they're all learning Spanish, right?
Yeah.
Too. So I'm like,
Esta es la biblioteca. But
um,
yeah.
yeah. So what made you decide to pick this one for the group, Clay?
I just thought it was a unique movie. I know that Giallos are sort of sometimes they're a hit and sometimes they're a miss, but I think
Mhm.
that all of us can appreciate a good Giallo. I don't know that I would necessarily classify this as one, but it has some thematic elements, I think, elements. I don't know,
Yeah.
I bought the disc from like a Vinegar Syndrome sale or something. It's sitting
It's
around here
Severin.
somewhere.
I think it's Severin.
Severin. Yeah,
Severin.
yeah. And I was like, it sat around for 3 months, right? I was like, whatever, it was one of the cheap ones. And then I threw it on one night and I was like, holy crap, when the saw scene happens with the
Mm.
chick, apparently that got the movie banned in Europe. So that was like an iconic scene that was, people were tripped out by, right? Seeing a mannequin get her head cut off. It's like, oh my God. Um, Apparently, here's another little factoid. I guess the producer, Wolf Hartwig, promised Jess Franco that Pink Floyd would compose the soundtrack.
Oh,
And
What?
so
Yeah.
instead, we got Dear, dear,
Yeah, I was gonna
dear.
say this is a real like
And
different
the
score.
wobbly metal noise throughout the,
So
you know,
terrible. And it was the same song, the same little
yeah.
guitar lick. They just whip it out. Dear.
Yeah, I'd say that's not
Yeah, I
quite
didn't
sonically Pink
yeah,
Floyd
I
level.
didn't I didn't so much mind the song, but it was yeah, it was the wobbly metal noise that, when you wobble a thin pice of metal like
Yeah,
Mhm.
where it's like wah, 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 wah.
yeah, that kind of bugged me.
A lot of these really cheap like slashers and stuff, they always have like one song and like one set of sound effects that they just use over and over and over again.
That's what they bought. The
Yeah,
one.
exactly. We paid for this song and we are going to use it.
I was just having that discussion at the shop with somebody about The Departed because they were like, that Dropkick Murphy song is in there like three times, which it's not.
Yeah.
It's just twice. But I was like, yeah, they bought the song. I was like, they're not gonna not use it. I was like, they're gonna use it. And I said that's like the theme of that movie almost is that
Hmm.
song, the theme song. And they were like, oh, you don't pay per usage? I'm like, I don't think so. I think you pay for the rights to use it in your project.
Yeah.
Which, anyways, I don't mean to like pivot too hard. I was just talking about this exact thing recently.
No, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, the music not really a notable feature for this film, but uh, you know, this is not a great movie, I think, but I had fun with it. Uh, say
Look,
the first half is a little on the rough side, but
yeah, the
it
first half was
it
was
picks
kind of rough,
up
but it
steam. Like
definitely
it's actually got some pretty uh unique kills and stuff, like some stuff I haven't seen done that exact way. Starting off with the knife going right into the nipple through the
that was
back.
freaking
That
awesome.
one's that one is pretty notable, I think.
It hit the
Uh,
list, the
I was
blood-covered
gonna
breast
say, as
list that
soon
I
as I saw that, I
maintain.
was like, "Oh, I know why Clay picked this." It hit the list.
I couldn't remember who picked it until I saw that scene, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this is Clay's pick."
Yeah, for sure.
Um, I like the neck thing. That was dope.
Yeah, the weird
Yes.
like crimper, whatever
Yeah.
scissor things, whatever
Also,
they
the
were.
giant styrofoam rock was pretty awesome.
You just a rock
I
fell for no reason.
I liked
Yeah.
when the chick was like pretending to be in having intercourse in her room, and then
Oh yeah.
the whole time there's a body in the closet like
Heck
wrapped in
yeah.
cellophane, and then the girls look through the window and discover that she's really BSing. I don't know, that whole scene was just weird.
There's a
Yes.
lot of
Totally
weird
There's a
weird.
bit
weird
of that,
shit
yeah.
like
A lot of
that.
weird shit.
Yeah.
And what about there's another one where she's, they're learning Spanish, right, at the biblioteca. And then
Biblioteca.
coming through her speakers is like the killer's voice, like I'm gonna kill you and play
Right.
with your guts, right? And she's like,
Yeah.
ah, like that was pretty creepy too. That was mildly Argento,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. There's definitely Jalo vibes in this. It's not a Jalo, I don't think, but it has some similarities.
Not
But
enough pinks and purples and light blues to be a Jalo.
Right.
well,
Too
not
bright.
all of them are colorful. The Argento ones
No,
are,
I'm just being
and
silly, but
yeah, no,
it
you're
is
right.
it is definitely a calling card for Giallo films to have lights like the ones behind me and you.
Yes, yeah,
Totally.
These
definitely.
colors
They're
were
very
made popular by
expressionistic.
Italian.
That's one of the reasons I really like those though, because they're
Me too.
not like great stories, but they're all very like
That's all style, man.
stylistic.
Yeah, dude.
They're very pretty, and they have a they usually have good music, and there's something there's
I mean, without the color palettes and the music, I think those movies wouldn't have the reputation they have. I think they would just be
oh, it's all
generic,
style,
boring,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it's all
generic,
style.
boring movies that nobody cared about. But because there are a couple of things that like American slashers don't have
Hmm.
typically, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we have a whole, modern subgenre of movies based around this early Italian horror stuff, drama, not horror, but horror slash thriller slash crime movies.
Right.
You have a modern, what are they calling it? It's called something.
Rendition.
No, what would the movie Drive be classified as? It's a
Like a
Um,
noir? No.
Yeah, kind of like a new neo
Neo
noir
noir?
is
No.
noir.
has a
Yeah,
lot
sure.
of uh giallo influence as far as I can tell. I mean, it's more than just that, but there's a lot of it in like the modern noir films has a lot of giallo flavor is my point. At least from my
As
experience,
far
which
as
isn't
like color and stuff like that,
mostly
you mean?
visual, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
mostly
yeah.
visual. Some of it's sound wise.
Okay,
Gotta
I
have
kind
it.
of see
Yeah.
what you
I
mean
see
now.
it.
Yeah.
Like they're just grabbing from like a couple of genres, but they're taking the absolute best parts of those genres and making like a modern retelling of mostly noir stuff, but with a bunch of other things pulled. But my point is that I think that tells you how important that is in these movies to
Hmm.
have that in a movie like the one we just watched. It didn't have all the pretty colors and such. I don't know, whatever. It's just, but yeah, I still think it kind of fits the mold of a giallo sort. It's more of a slasher, I guess.
Yeah, because it is a slasher because we kind of know who the killer is, but then it also ends up being someone else.
What was that dude like
So
hiding outside, like with the big grin on his face? Like, bro, what's your deal, man?
The bald guy,
Yeah, what's up with that guy?
he just was randomly just creeping around.
In the bushes.
I was like, wrong movie, bro. He's supposed to be out there doing peeping Tom. That guy's
I was like, are they
hiding.
all in on it together?
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Everyone's just like,
Who done it for
yeah,
real?
But like we all did a little bit of it. Like, okay, awesome.
All the guys were creepy.
uh-huh.
They're all into murder.
What did you think
Oh.
about this, Randy, as
It was all right.
the
I
resident
didn't love it,
slasher
but I
guy?
certainly didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It was I think that movies like this, I'm figuring out that like giallos and Italian, it's just not really for me, man. Like I like some of it. Like the movie was fine, and
Hmm.
I would probably watch it again if it was another movie. It's not super long or anything, but
Hmm.
and I thought the second half was far stronger. So I think my opinion, the positive aspects of my opinion definitely hang on the fact that it ends stronger than it starts.
Hmm.
If it had been reversed and it started really strong and then like tapered off, I probably
Yeah.
wouldn't like it at all. But the fact that I'm like, well, my most of my memory is all positive because the second half of it was pretty great.
Yeah,
So,
I think like the last 10 minutes is pretty fun too. Like it gets pretty wild and just
oh,
there's a
I
lot.
thought the whole second half was like
Yeah.
because it starts to ramp up pretty. Once it starts to go, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm in this movie for.
Hmm.
It
I
made me
was a
a
little
little worried
distracted
because you
dealing
said you
with.
only got to watch half of it yesterday, and I was like, no,
Yeah,
like it's
I was
just
Yeah.
picking up.
I
Yeah.
was. I'll be honest. It was a little hard to get me motivated to watch the second half today, but I had some time to kill, so it made it a little easier. But I was like, oh man, second half way better than the first. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah. I mean, I definitely didn't hate it. Didn't love it, but I liked it okay. I probably need to watch it again to really like sit down and get it all in one go.
Hmm.
But it's fine, man. It wasn't anything wrong with the movie. I thought that the acting was entertaining because I like bad acting and a lot of this was pretty poor. But I like bad acting, so there's that. You know, the kills were pretty good. I thought that I wish that they had had a little more. Here's the deal, though. This movie was what, a 70s movie or is it
81.
80s? 70s? So
81.
like I want more like I'm just at this point I need more like visceral gore in my movies. I need something in them to like interest me and I've desensitized myself to a pretty absurd degree. So
Well,
um
after you
yeah,
watch a Serbian film, nothing really
Yeah.
compares, right?
With your gore porn.
man, hold up, bro. That movie not fun to watch. But
I got
yeah,
queasy just listening to your review of that movie. I'm like,
bro.
that's never happening.
Yeah, dude, while doing the video, I got like re queasy, dude. I was like my
I could
stomach, I got
tell. I was
dry
like,
mouth. I was like, ugh.
yeah. You kept
But
having to pause and like recalibrate. Yeah.
like three or four times I was like,
Yeah.
let me spin in a circle real quick. But yeah, the kills were good, but I wanted them to be a little more up close and personal, but that wasn't the time. It wasn't what they were doing in 1970s. So I think that's one of the reasons why 70s movies aren't really for me. I've gotten to the point to where I need something a little more graphic. I'm gonna probably do a lot of Asian film, some German stuff.
Hmm.
90s and more modern is probably where my brain is stuck at this point, which kind of sucks, man. I'd like to be able to appreciate some of these old classics a little bit more, or whatever you want to call them, old movies. And I think I've kind of ruined it for myself. And you know, it's whatever. I can acknowledge why I'm feeling this way, but it is funny. I never really thought that that would ever be something I cared about. Like, Hey, what do I care? I'll just desensitize myself. Then that means I can watch more fucked up stuff. I don't know if that actually matters, you know?
I think
Like,
you go through
especially,
phases too. Like that's not always
true.
what you want, but
I definitely don't
sometimes,
always want super gory, that's for sure.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's making me
overall,
feel kind of
three
sad,
stars probably.
Randy.
Do what?
So this is making me feel kind of sad.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
For what?
Just like, oh,
It
just
didn't.
keep going deeper and deeper down this black hole and just spiraling down this hole. And I can't find the bottom, but I
I
love
can't dig
it.
my way out of
I
it. I
just
just
need
can't.
more and more terrible shit to come my way. It's like,
I mean,
okay, man.
I think we got some stuff in common there. Like, and I'm not even really tripping too hard. I just because like in reality, I think I'd have a similar enough opinion on this 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like I said, 3 stars though. I'm not just shitting on the movie. It was definitely worth the watch.
I know. So I have probably, and not to toot my horn, and you'll probably think this is foolish anyway. I may have like 7 or 8 Jess Franco movies, and every one of them I watch, and I'm like, well, I fucking pissed away $60 on that thing. Like it's just,
Yes. Yeah.
but some people absolutely rave about the guy, right?
Oh,
Some people
really?
just, yeah.
Okay.
And so there is a crowd that really thinks somehow Jess is a genius. Um, and it's like pseudo porn, just really, I don't know, man. It's stuff that you always say to me, like, why am I watching this when I could just watch a porno? And I'm like, but this is trying to do something, right? Not just the
Hmm.
porn. And I don't really know what that something is, but people believe that they know, and that's what matters. So, you know, I I'm glad you got to watch it, Jess Franco.
No, I'm gonna give it a rewatch. It's definitely one that I want. And not knowing this about this direct, it's the director.
Yes.
So knowing this though, I kind of want to explore a couple of other movies just at some point whenever I'm not in a big hurry to do it, but just to kind of compare them and because what you were just saying, I wish I could recall what movie it was that I have. I'll try to remember it before we wrap up tonight. But there's another movie that I have that is, I think it's a Red Eye Media film, and it's a real micro budget film, but it
Mm.
was a really quite good one. And the director of that movie has a similar cult following to what you just described. It's this guy makes bad movies, but
Mm.
he's like the king of the bad movies. Like he actually makes bad movies that are like they're only bad
Ah,
because he doesn't have any money. Otherwise, he's a pretty competent filmmaker. That's this dude is kind of the same. I get the same vibe from your description to what I'm talking about. So I that makes me appreciate this movie just based on that alone because oh shit, sorry. I also really like some of these guys that have a cult following, and I've got a couple that
Mm.
I like. I wish I could remember their names off the top of my head, but I was just nodding off in the car earlier, so I'm like
probably
still
all
kind of foggy.
foreign names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
he
sometimes
has a
tough.
big cult following. I mean, it's all exploitation. It's
Yeah,
like,
this one was kind of light on the pseudo porn, I
It's
thought.
got some
yeah,
ladies in it. It's
Yeah,
got some blondes.
yeah, it's got a few.
I'm curious what his other stuff is because I don't know if this is more of an outlier or is it because I don't think he does like mostly slasher stuff, right? It's like less in the
This is,
horror
I think, his
vein.
only slasher.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's generally just pseudo porn, right? He did some Marquis de Sade titles like Justine.
Right.
He likes some, I'm trying to think of how to say this without being monitored.
It's just
He
more
he
erotica
likes the
type stuff.
restrained, like the restrained elements. And so, that is obviously, to some people a valuable story element is restraining
Mm.
people. But at the same time, there's got to be a little more juice than that generally. So
Yeah, I mean 'cause I brought up the Jalo thing earlier because this is sort of just missing the style in a lot of ways, you know.
That's a valid point.
It's got the trappings of it. It's even got some good kills, but it really doesn't look very good. It doesn't like we mentioned the music, like there's not really any like interesting camera moves or anything really either. So there's just like a craft element missing that what I normally can grab onto a little bit more with an Italian film. So I'm curious, like, do his other movies look better than this, or is this just sort of like what he's doing? Um, Clay, I think we lost Clay.
Uh,
Can you hear
yeah.
us?
Now I hear you. Sorry. I
Okay.
unplugged my microphone and that
Oh,
meant I
snap.
didn't want to use it anymore to my computer. I plugged it back in and it was like, no, I'm sorry.
I was asking you, as the guy that's watched more Franco movies, is this like stylistically, is this pretty like on par with the other movies, or does he have like does he have more of a look to his movies? Because like I think the craft element is missing for this one. It just like it doesn't look all that good. It feels just very like rushed, which I'm sure it was. I was trying to look up some stuff about it, and I like hit the Wikipedia real quick, and there wasn't really much there. But it said that it was like a work for hire job for him. So I feel like it's not really like a passion project or anything that he put a lot of like time or thought into, probably.
Ironically, yeah. And it turned out to
But
be one of his better ones. Yeah.
yeah, but do his other movies like have more of a style or something to them, or are they pretty all like similar?
Vampiros Lesbos, when I think of that, I think it was very stylistic. It has that color palette, right? Around a lot of very beautiful women, though still. I would say like to me, what stands out about Franco is his ability to cast just, unbelievably gorgeous
Beautiful women.
women. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, very rare beauty that is still, fairly comfortable, with the subject matter
Uh-huh.
is I think that's somehow his forte. I don't know how he talks women into this stuff, but he does
It's,
apparently.
I mean, it's Euro erotica, right?
But but,
That's
but yeah,
basically what it is. Yeah.
in terms of like setting, I wouldn't say there's anything like super dynamic. One that comes to mind is Bahia Blanca. That's like a really popular
Mm.
movie. It's like about a prostitute who sort of like is making her way in on this island where a ship unloads and all the sailors come in and she makes some money and they pack up and sail away, right? And sort of like the complexities of that lifestyle and relationship. But beyond that movie, like the setting of that is pretty cool. It wouldn't be like, oh, it's such a beautiful style like Argento
Right,
or any.
right, right, right.
Nah, they got nothing like that. It's just they're very, almost like that Caligula movie I turned Chris onto, and he was
Yeah.
like, "Man, this is crap." Right? It's kind of the same feel.
Looks
I don't.
amazing.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't know what people are in it for. I mean, I guess I do because, you know, thematically, a pornography with some type of real genuine plot. Only a few people maybe do that effectively to where it's like, yeah, that was a decent movie,
Right,
but
right.
and
uh,
double penetration.
yeah.
Hairy
But
buttholes.
I wouldn't say there's
Oh,
anything
thriller.
that's super good beyond that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, in these days, I mean, there was like you could go grab a Playboy or something, but this stuff was just not as readily available. So like, you go.
Dude, I remember the first time I bought a Playboy magazine, like a porno magazine at the corner store. It was fucking awesome, and I felt so embarrassed. But as soon as I got to my house, I was like, "This thing is fucking great." I was like 18 or 19, and I was just like, "Oh, you know what I want to look at? Snatch." And I went to we had this place called Circle A, not Circle K, Circle A.
Oh wow.
And this dude had this big ass thing behind him, and had all these plastic strips hanging over it. They were like blue and purple and red. And
Uh-huh.
then I was like, "Hey man, can I look behind the curtain?" And he was like, "Ah, you're 18 now," or whatever he said to me, like, "Oh, you're old enough now," or something. Yeah, I've been going there since I was a little kid, 'cause it's right by my house. And I was like, and I'm sure I was all fucking red faced or whatever. And I remember all those plastic bags with like the big swaths of like
Yeah.
black over them. And you're
Yeah.
like, "I'll take this one for $20." Like, Jesus
Hmm.
Christ, what a ripoff.
Yeah.
But they were awesome. Well worth it.
Totally
Anyway.
worth it.
I bet.
Dude,
Yeah.
I just found out what that movie was called. I was thinking about earlier, and the director's name is called Todd Sheets, and the movie's called Bone Hill Road, and that is a
Okay.
pretty solid like micro budget film.
I think you've talked about it before. I
I'm
want to
sure I
say it's on
have,
my list.
Yeah, it sounds
yeah,
familiar.
but it's one that we should all get together and probably watch on the projector because it's not really worth doing for the show. Maybe, but it'd be
Are
fun to like for
you
y'all to take some
sure?
edibles or something and watch it. Do what?
Are you sure we should all watch that with the projector?
Yeah, why not?
Is it Jess Franco level below?
I
He
don't know.
said
I
it's
don't
pretty
know how to answer
good.
that.
So it was pretty good.
I
All
thought it
right.
was great. I think it's like the best micro budget movie I've ever seen. Like like it's good enough to where I went and chased after this dude's other films. Like,
Gotcha.
yeah,
I'm
he's
just giving
got
you a hard time, really. But
yeah.
yeah.
No, it's not like some of those ones where they have like obviously you see the string hanging from the something that's like flying through the air. It's not like that. It's just the dude doesn't have much money. But the movie's pretty solid and it he used what he had the right way. But I don't know that y'all would all love it, but that's why I kind of think it would be fun to all kind of hang out and just watch it. It's not a very long movie. I think it's like 80 minutes. Pretty short.
Okay.
But that's what I was thinking of earlier. Bone Hill Road. I own it on DVD. I bought it at I think I bought it when we were in Dallas together, and I just bought a bunch of random shit. Y'all remember that table? I bought a bunch of
Yeah,
those.
I
Oh
do,
yeah,
I
yeah.
yeah,
do.
I
yeah.
think that
I
was in
almost
that
bought a bunch of.
stack,
Okay.
Yeah, I
and I
was
got
into
home and
that
watched a
stack.
bunch of them, and I was like, "Holy shit, this one's awesome!" And it turns out that guy, because I like back
All
then at
right.
least, I was doing a lot of reading about these movies, trying to find more of them, and that dude's name kept popping up everywhere, and people were like, "Oh, this movie's excellent," and blah blah blah. But this kind of feels similar though, and now that I know that it's a director that you think is worth taking a look at, I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't know if this is his most tame movie. That actually intrigues me more too. So
I'm definitely wide open to anything, right? And just like you, I feel like I've seen just about everything. And then when I sift through Amazon and Netflix and Disney and
fucking
everything for
Tubi.
yeah, for 20 minutes looking for something to watch and I still can't find something, I'm like, what am I doing, right? I could be wasting time looking at the menu or I could watch Bone Hill Road. And at least have something on, right?
Dude, Bone Hill Road's definitely better than scrolling endlessly for sure. I've got a bunch that I've watched. Like, I would be the person to ask, like, hey, where do I start with these micro budget movies? Because I've watched probably 50 of them, and I'd say a good 35 of them aren't worth your time. Another five might not be, and then like 10 out of the 50, you're like, one out of every five or so is typically pretty good. You gotta
Express
watch a
that in
lot of
terms of a
bullshit though.
percentage. No, I'm kidding.
That's
No, it's a
the
bad. That's the problem with it though, is that they're like most of them are pretty bad, even for somebody like me. I'm just willing to go watch them and then
That's
be like,
cool.
"Ooh, that was actually terrible," and then I'll get the one diamond in the rough and be like, "Hey guys, this is the one we watch."
right.
This is how you end up with shit like Manborg.
That's the problem when we watch so
Bad
many
board.
movies.
Right,
You have to really start digging for gold. Like you're scraping the
right.
barrel. And
Have y'all seen Manborg?
Manborg.
I
Yeah,
I
I
need
I
to
think
haven't.
I need to
so.
watch that. That's the only one of his I haven't seen.
I love that movie. Now that might actually be the best micro budget movie I've ever seen, but it's probably not an actual better movie than Bone Hill Road. Bone Hill Road is probably just the better movie, like objectively. But Manborg is like it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen because it was done for like a couple of grand, and it's like that's the guy that made
It's
Psycho
Steven
Goreman
Steven
and
Kaczynski or something.
Mm.
yeah, they made Psycho Goreman and Father's Day and a couple of things. And
Frankie Frico and
I think they
Desperado.
did The Void too, didn't they?
Frankie
And the Void.
Freako.
In The
Yeah.
Void.
Mhm.
So it's that same team that did all these movies that I love, and they have
Those are
this
good
like
movies.
super early micro budget film. I
No
lost my
kidding.
copy. That's the only reason it's on my mind is because I had to go buy another copy recently, and it's good enough for me to have bought it a second time. But it's all
Cool,
green
man.
screen. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Like all the fights are like really bad CGI on green screen. It's fucking awesome, dude.
Is that their first one?
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
dude. Like when you watch this, you'll be like, okay, I could make this. It'll make you want to go make a movie. Like you're like, I could do this. Like that's probably what got me talking about it the other day, Josh, because that's when I just recently got it again, and I'm all like,
Okay.
I'm in the process right now of writing pages, dude. Like I'm gonna be sending you something real soon. So
That's badass.
yeah, dude, I got like the whole opening scene already figured out. I just want your eyes on it, and then like
Hmm.
thoughts and approval, and then I'll go on to the next thing. But yeah, I'm also trying to write a documentary, so plan is probably the better word for that. But like outline out what I need to do and who I need to talk to. I got a busy year ahead of me if I can do all this stuff. So we'll see.
Awesome. Let me know
Because
how
I'm
I
so
can
fucking
help.
bored all the time, man. I got
Yeah, you just got so much time on your hands.
Yep.
Uh,
So much more things to do.
Chris, we never got your
Yeah.
input on the film. You're being a little quiet, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna.
That was kind of on purpose.
Uh-huh.
I don't really
I
have
can
much
feel
to.
it.
I can have much. I mean, I feel similarly to Randy. Like I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I'm kind
Yeah.
of square, like right there in the middle. It's too giallo for me. Um,
Too
because
Jala.
yeah, because just I mean, like you said, it's not really a giallo, but um, I just can't really get into them that much. But this at least had the kills and stuff, so like that
Hmm.
was fun. You know, fun enough for me to not turn it off, but not my thing. I don't think. But
I
that's it.
feel like
Yeah.
I didn't hate it.
Jess is sort of like pseudo everything, right? Pseudo porn, pseudo Jalo, pseudo director, pseudo story. Like just sort of, it's like
Pseudo good
just
movie.
yeah. Well, sorry, I
No,
you
it's
know.
No,
that's
no,
cool.
no, no, no.
I don't think any of us actually crapped on it, dude. This wasn't a bad
I
Milo film. This was like the second half had me want to go rewatch. I definitely enjoyed the second half enough, and then all the talk about the directors got me kind of stoked, honestly.
Yeah,
I
there's some good laughs. Some good laughs. And the kills were awesome.
What was with the guy with the facial deformity? I'm glad I didn't forget to ask you that. Was there like what was up with that guy? They're all like, "Oh, you're
he's
okay with your
weird,
fucked up
okay?
face."
He's weird.
so
They want you to know that he's weird.
his name is Miguel, and to my understanding, he was supposed to be like a Michael Myers ripoff.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Miguel
they didn't do a
Myers.
very good job then.
No, they didn't. But he has like that same kind of stalker vibe when he's walking, chasing people. It's like kind of POV camera,
Yeah.
out running
Yeah,
after. Yeah. So I don't
That's a
know,
very
man.
Jalo thing too. A lot of
Yeah.
POV.
it really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. Well, if you feel kind of mid on this, I would say that welcome to Jess Franco's body of work, right?
Yeah, like
Love-hate relationship.
That's
yeah, because
awesome.
I have Justine and I have Vampiros Lesbos.
Oh, hell yeah.
Um, I'm not sure what to do with those. If I should chuck
Definitely
them.
Vampiros Lesbos, because I think it's what Soledad Miranda or what? No, maybe that's not her, but there's another just goddess in that movie, and it's interesting.
Yeah. Like I
But
mean, like Josh was saying earlier, if it were just had like a little bit of more like style to it, I
Hmm.
could have probably had a little bit more to latch on to. But yeah,
It,
without that, it's just
yeah, the Italian movies they have a vibe. Like you can kind of just like sink into them and just kind of like feel it out. Like
yeah,
even if it doesn't make sense, it has a cool feel
I
to
can
it.
see the
yeah.
sound of those movies.
Yeah,
If that makes any
exactly.
sense. I'm
Like
like
yeah,
in
you're
my
just
head, I
like
go, "Yeah,
it's
I
just a
can."
vibe. Yeah, but there's this one,
But
this stuff like
those
this
really aren't
just yeah,
slashers too either. So like
right.
sort of those are all just all vibe and no, you know, no gore,
Style
no
over substance.
Yeah,
yeah.
it
So
depends. Yeah,
it
yeah.
depends.
Yeah, like
I mean,
that's
the ones
why
I do
people really love
like
Argento because he has the vibe and he does a lot. There's usually quite a bit of a slasher element
yeah.
to it too. So
Well, you got like movies like Torso and Pieces, like
yeah,
I
those are
like both
fun.
of
Like
those.
those are. I mean, I don't know if both of them are really pure giallos. I guess they're more slashers.
Yeah, see,
I
I never
guess
even thought of
they're
those
a
as
mixture.
giallos until Josh
Yeah,
mentioned I
yeah. I
think
mean,
you
they're a
said pieces
mixture.
or no, torso. You said one of them was a giallo.
Torso is definitely a giallo. Pieces is a giallo. It's
Got a
like
little bit. Yeah,
it's also like Spanish or something too. It's not even Italian,
I think so.
um but yeah, it's got enough that I call
But
it.
yeah, those have a little bit of style, a little bit of music, a little bit of kills, a little bit of. So it's those are
Right.
a little more fun to me. If you're not gonna give me, you know, two or three of the check boxes, if you're just gonna give me one check box, it's not quite enough for me,
Yeah.
Right.
I guess.
Justine, I would say to me was not a good movie at all. Very
Really.
disappointing. Marquis de Sade, like after reading Marquis de Sade and watching every Marquis de Sade movie, I'm just like, dude, this is just the subject matter is such a stretch that to make it happen on screen and like Salo, I believe is like borderline de Sade, right? It's
Oh.
just sadistic shit, hence the name, right? So after a while, it's exhausting, and Franco does his best, but it's just, whatever. That I was really excited for that movie, and I remember just being like, "Ooh, that was an extreme letdown." But
Mhm.
Doesn't that suck? That happens to me fairly often, honestly. I get enough. I'm into enough deep cut stuff to where I routinely get disappointed.
Mhm.
I just got a whole list of new like I don't know what to call them, disturbing films I'm gonna watch. There's like 12 movies. It's gonna take me a little while after watching fucking Serbian film again. I was like, all right, I think that'll be it for me for the rest of my life on that one. Uh, but I got some I've never even heard of these movies, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I got a one guy I watched his reaction to some of them. Like I was watching him watch it, like he had like little clips of him, and he was like almost puking in his bowl at one point. And I was like, I gotta watch this movie, dude. I can't wait to see what this is all about. But I'm
pulling
not
an
really ready.
audition there.
Do what?
or an audition where he pukes and she feeds it to him or whatever. Or
Bro,
she
that
pukes and
movie is like that was one that let me down big time. But there's parts of it that are like pretty rad. But like overall, it was very boring to me because I thought it was gonna be something completely different than what it turned out to be. Maybe that's my own fault. I don't know.
Yeah, if you, I don't want to strain uh steal the conversation too much, but have you heard of the horror iceberg
Oh yeah,
or those iceberg charts?
yeah.
Okay, I don't know if that's it been in any of your research, but supposedly those go real
I'm
deep into
I'm way
some.
down towards the bottom of
Okay,
that thing.
yeah,
The stuff
yeah,
that I'm talking about, I would probably only recommend one out of every 15 or 20 to you guys to watch because most of them I especially Josh, I know you're not into that stuff. Chris, you might have a
Yeah.
morbid curiosity on one or two. Clay, I might have something that might pique your interest, but like most of the stuff I'm talking about, I won't be bringing to the table because
what's
I
the
won't ask.
iceberg about? Is that like
Well,
you just see the tip
Is
and the
it
rest is
well, it's
extremity?
under?
because yeah, you see the tip, so you got kind of the more tame stuff,
Generic,
and then
it's
the
not,
further down underneath the iceberg you go. Like I pulled one up real quick, so
The
like
colder it gets.
yeah, the further
it,
down it
Put more
it
goes, the
center, yeah.
more obscure it is.
yeah, put it right there. Yeah,
All the really modern like generic stuff is way up there. But like
yeah. This is just one of them. I mean, there's a bunch. Um, there's just like straight up horror ones, and then there's
Yeah.
just like
there's a disturbing movie
extreme.
iceberg that's like
Yeah,
it starts off with like the top of the iceberg is like a Serbian film. And then the further you go, it's like, how do you get that
the
much?
bottom the bottom is like illegal stuff that like you can't
Hmm.
even find supposedly.
Yeah, I would some of that stuff I wouldn't even recommend Googling because you
Yeah,
just have like an issue.
Might end up
I
on a
don't know, but
list.
like wouldn't shock me.
yeah. I've thought about looking into like the first level or two, but never
Never.
did.
Shoot them
Yeah,
over
I'm
me,
back.
man. I'll look at them and let you know what to think. I'll give you my
Randy's on all the
recommendation, Chris.
he's on all the active pew pew lists.
Bro, I think the like violence and the mutilation and all that kind of stuff I'm cool with. It's any of the SA stuff. I think that's just my personal I can't really get into it. Like I was gonna rewatch Irreversible and do like a 3 years later. Man,
Those
I don't
are
know if I can bring
very
myself to
brutal,
watch it again,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't like that movie. I thought it was filmed weird, which I think was kind of by design. But like that one scene was so hard for me to watch.
It
But
is. And yeah, I just don't like the meanness of all of them, where it's just mean movie over. Like
yeah.
I at least want like some revenge in there somewhere. So if it's just constant,
That's that's the key, man. When you can get
Yeah.
stuff like I Spit on Your Grave, I'm okay with that because she comes back and just wrecks these dudes' world.
You
And I'm like, okay, at least there's some kind of payoff for the, victim.
right. I either
But
want
it's
some kind of catharsis or there has to be something that some kind of point
yeah,
to it. Like it
light at the
can't
end of
just
the
be
tunnel.
like,
Like
There can't just it can't just be like life sucks. This is brutal
yeah, which is I
for
assume
brutality's sake. Yeah.
yeah, I assume most of these disturbing movies are like getting into just
Just sadism.
R
Yeah.
R word level,
yeah.
like just over and over again. It's like, no, I don't
Yeah.
I don't really need that.
Yeah. I don't revel in sadism. No thanks.
Well, I
I
guess I'll start to mark things off my list for the podcast.
I have a whole separate list for the podcast because my personal list is probably 70% not okay for this podcast. So, you know.
Yeah, I think we
Well,
I
got trigger words all up in this one, so sorry.
whatever.
Sorry, Jess.
It'll get 2 views this
Huh?
time. Oh well. Anyways, Randy,
Yo,
you're talking about your list for the podcast. It is your pick for next
okay,
week.
so
So roll it out.
Come on, Randy, pick us a letter.
it is called Thanatomorphos.
Nope. I can't spell that. I veto.
Yeah.
Is that TH? Thanatomorphos? I think
Yeah,
I've heard of this movie.
Thanatomorphos.
Yeah.
Thanatomorphos. I heard one guy say Thanatomorphos, but I don't think that's how you say it. I think
I believe it.
it's Thanatomorphos is how I think you say it.
Dana to
No. Uh
Thana, Tomo. So it's
oh,
Thanatomorphos.
uh
and Oh,
And I believe it's on Tubi. I'm buying a copy on
Nope, still not getting it.
Thanos. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you
Here, I'm gonna
guys.
put it in the group chat, the name of it.
Yeah,
this is fascinating
I've heard of it.
podcasting,
I'm sure
guys.
my spelling's way off. Yeah, all us letterboxing.
Well, it's
There,
good. Yeah.
I just put it in the group chat. The
Oh
Okay.
spell of
shit.
it.
Okay. I definitely had that wrong.
Yeah, me too.
So why?
Maybe I'll,
I guess we'll get into why later. Why?
yeah, tell me about this movie a little bit, Randy.
Okay, I think I've actually told you guys about this movie before, and I never watched it and never got you guys to watch it. So I decided it is time, especially if this is the 100th episode of this. Yeah,
Why
bro.
why does that poster look like a
Well, this girl has a wild night, and she gets home, and the next morning she wakes up and she has like a bruise on her back of her arm, and she's like, "What the hell?"
Are you
And
telling us
then
the movie, or are you telling us why you picked it?
I'm telling you just a very small blurb of the movie, like what it's about. At least because if Josh wants to actually try to veto this, then I need to at least know
No,
now.
no, you
Okay,
I'll watch it. I
it's
mean,
a body horror movie. This girl basically has a rough night and things don't heal. I'll just put it that way. That's a very
ah,
vague description of what you're fixing to watch. And
Like
just
my
be very
emotions?
clear, I haven't watched this either, but I've heard that it is
oh,
grotesque in ways that David Cronenberg would be like, "Oh shit, that's crazy." So like, but I heard that the Fly was a big inspiration for this movie as far as the way that they approached um, body changing.
okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first few letterbox reviews are really selling this.
I haven't even looked at Letterboxd, so I couldn't care any less than I do right now about Letterboxd reviews. But what is it saying, Chris?
I mean,
There's a lot of 1-star
one
reviews.
star. Why do I watch the things I watch?
That okay? So the 1 star reviews on something like this, I feel like that's about as good as a 5 star review on something like,
Well, like
you
I got a
know,
five. I got a
One
five
Battle
star
After Another.
review. I got a couple of 3 star reviews, a 5 star review, three. So I mean, it's not all. It's not all bad. Five,
I-
4.
Uh,
It's gonna be a pretty disgusting watch. I'm almost certain of it.
Oh
So
man.
Yay!
Great. Yeah.
Who
Way
in
to
the
pick the
horse
100th
race is gonna win?
episode.
when you said that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with Thanatomorphos because I've been wanting to watch it, and now I get to make y'all watch it with me, and this ought to be a very disappointing conversation. Uh,
We should maybe preview it for us and
you want me to watch it
report
first and let you guys know?
and report back. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
That
maybe you can veto yourself if
I have a backup movie, but I want to watch this one with y'all because I want to have like a I have a feeling that I don't know, man. I don't know if Josh can be like laughing about it because I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if he'll be able to be
yeah.
like, dude, that was fucking nuts, and then laugh, or just be like, no, dude, and I can't. I
Well,
almost
if
kind
you
of want
don't
to see.
say anything all week, I'm just gonna watch it, but
Is this a movie
you
night
know.
movie? Should we pull out the projector
Projector
and
movie.
Oh man, on a projector, dude, this one might be that might be the move, bro. Like, I tell you what, just go Google some images from this movie. Google some still images.
Okay, I'll do
That's
that
I
on
not
think
my
we
too
own
just
Did
bad.
saw
that.
the big gaping portal that Josh pulled up.
Yeah, yeah, right.
People
That's
materialize out of that thing.
oh man. Oh man.
It
Well,
was special.
I have a toned down pick for my next pick. But it's still a brutal movie, but it's not it's a brutal movie I think y'all are gonna actually like. But this 100th episode, bro, let's go. Let's be as fucking weird as we can, dude. I'm hoping that this movie doesn't make me throw up, but if it does, that's actually probably maybe I should film myself watching this movie so I can send you some footage, Josh, to edit into the podcast. Or you can just
Okay.
send me the footage and I'll put it up on my channel like that, and you'll be like, this dude's actually crying and puking and shitting everywhere. Like,
Trying to think of the
If you
last
do
movie
that,
that
I
made
will
me
put it
throw up.
on my channel. I'll
yeah,
do it. Yeah.
I don't have a problem filming myself do that. I don't give a shit. I got a
I
real good
mean, if you
camera with
really
a fucking face
if you
tracker.
think that's really gonna happen, yeah,
Dude, look,
but
the guy that I go to for these kind of movies, I watched a few of his reactions, and one of them was him literally like dry heaving.
Who
He
is
was
this
like,
guy?
"Oh,
We
bro.
need to regulate this, Randy.
Josh's tone of voice." I live for that. Just disappointment, man. Just disappointment, bro.
Uh, I thought we were friends.
But
We need to have a talk about
well, there
this
was another
guy.
movie that I was like tossing it up between these two, and then I went back and listened to the same guy's review of the other movie, And I was like, okay, never mind, because the other guy wasn't really elaborating much. And this
Mm.
guy goes, "Does it have to be poo?" And I was like, "Oh God, is that what
Oh,
they're talking about?" And I was like, "Hold on." So I like went back and rewatched the other thing again, and I was like, "Oh no, they're just trying to be slick with describing it." And I went back and watched his again. I was like, "Okay, I don't think I can even watch this because they're playing in
Uh,
mud.
oh
And I'm not really
no.
Does
about
this
that
have a
life."
scat pack
I
in it?
would turn that off, Randy. I would
You
turn that
might turn
off.
this off, bro. I
I
don't know. I
might.
don't...
That's very possible. I will let you know if I turn it off.
Okay. What about this? How about this? I got a plan. How about I pick a different movie, but I also watch this movie,
No,
and
you, I
then
mean,
It'll be the bonus track. Like if
I'll
we
say on
want
my
to.
next pick.
I mean, I
You
just want
guys
to
don't know.
say, I think Chris looks pretty on the fence too. I don't want to feel.
I
I
mean,
don't think
Yeah,
I'm
Chris is
alone
on the
here.
fence. Chris, tell us what you
I'm,
think.
Well,
I'm up for whatever. I mean,
every
I'm
time I
not trying
say
to veto it either. I'm just saying.
every
Chris
time
is
I
trying
say
to
like,
veto
You're
"Oh
it.
man, I
making
got
me
a bunch of movies
nervous.
that I want to pick, but I don't want to put y'all through it." Everybody goes, "No, man, bring whatever you want to the table," and that is me doing what my friends asked me to do.
yeah,
So you're welcome.
You're right. You're
I'm
right.
doing
yeah.
what you guys. I'm trying to be a good friend here.
It's
I mean,
just
the more
like
we
I
talk
care about
about
the
it,
channel.
the more we talk about it, the more worried I do get. But
Yeah. Your
Here,
face
I'll
is
tell you
looking a
what.
little concerned.
I'll do this.
I
I'll
know
do
mine
this.
is,
Let's see.
but
but I'm
Here, I'll
down to
tell you
check it
what.
out at least.
Give me 1 second. I'm
Let's
gonna do
go
something
for it.
real quick.
Thematomorphous. Thematomorphous.
what if we all get on the pod and like, yeah, we all turned it off?
That would actually be kind of hilarious if even I turned this shit off. I'm like, oh, dude, it was too much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Canadian. Okay, so it says
Oh
Oh
man.
no.
it was his directorial debut,
You
and
know
he
what
was
that
firmly
means.
out of it after that. Let's see.
Is there
It
hockey in
was
it?
released in Spain.
Oh,
Okay,
Canadian movie released in Spain. I wonder why.
reception. Critical reception for the film was mixed. The film has been compared to Contracted, a similarly plotted film released in 2013. Let's see. Ain't It Cool News praised its special effects, but warning that the film would not appeal to all audiences due to its content. FearNet gave similar reviews, saying it was not the kind of horror film I'd want to watch every week, and I may even find it difficult to recommend. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't fascinate, aggravate, and impress me all at the same time. And then
I think that's about the best we could
I
probably
don't
hope
need all
for.
those emotions.
Did y'all read the synopsis for this? Did you read it, Chris?
I've read the first part, and
Okay. It sounds absolutely disgusting.
she's
She's falling apart. Yeah.
from the
She's
inside out,
rotting.
baby.
Yeah.
This is like The Fly, bro. So it's like the flies. It's like The Fly, but in the Fly universe. So it's
I
that
usually
same
like body
feeling.
horror, but this does sound a little a little rough, but we're gonna
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's do it.
I can't explain to you how fucking excited I am right now. This might be the most
Uh,
pumped I've been to watch a movie in like a good 6 months, dude.
we're gonna
Uh,
kick off this rebranding
yeah, dude.
yeah.
bang.
Episode 101 will be the rebranding.
Special
100 is the
features comes
forgotten
with a new
episode.
barf bag. You're like, we should get some barf bags branded just specifically for my picks every month.
Yeah.
Who
Fucking,
picked Bad Milo before? That was
Oh, that
before
was
Clay.
definitely a Randy special.
Oh,
hey, look, that's the
He loves
bar
to
for
play
me,
around
bro.
in the
That's
poo.
that was a fucking bad movie, dude. Bad Milo was in fact bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, dude, that's. I don't often concede that the movie I picked was so horrible that that's what we use as a barometer for like shit movies. But that was the one. I did that to us, so you know,
Yes,
So
I'm
don't
trying to.
that's the risk you take to find some gems.
Dude, this might be
exactly.
the fucking coolest, goriest movie we've ever seen. We may all be like, dude, this was an amazing bonding experience. We need to go find more like this, and we might end up on this fucking disturbing movie iceberg journey together.
I doubt it.
Ah, bro, this is my pinky film, Clay. So if you watch
You
this with
got
me,
it,
Shit.
I'll
man.
watch
Let's
whatever you
do
want to
it.
watch.
I'm
All right.
down.
What else did you watch this week, Randy?
I watched Virtuosity. Shout out Virtuosity. Movie's
Oh,
fucking goated.
yeah, we did that
Uh,
on the podcast a long time ago.
oh yeah, I love that movie, dude. Russell Crowe's my favorite actor in the world now. I watched Ichi the Killer and I did a gore score.
Okay.
I finally finished Frontiers with a gore score,
Hey,
and then I'm working on my video tomorrow. It'll probably drop. What's today? Tuesday, right? I'm gonna try to
Hmm.
get it out by Thursday morning for Ready or Not 1. because I'm
Mm.
going on Thursday afternoon to watch Ready or Not 2, and
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
it's
do
this weekend, huh?
yeah, and then next weekend's the Zazie Beats movie, and Chris and
Mm.
I are both uh you're the yin to your yang. We want to watch both of them, but we think Ready or Not looks a little bit better. But we want to watch both. Whereas I think you were saying that you thought the other one looked a little bit better. But I'm excited for both because they're
Uh,
both week after each other, and I'm stoked.
yeah, I'm really not sure. This Aussie Beats one could go either way. Yeah,
Yeah, it looks
I'm
pretty cool though. And
It
that's did
looks
you realize who that was? That's the maitre d' of the house. That's Patricia
yeah, Patricia
Arquette.
Arquette. Yeah,
oh yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that it, honestly, dude, it made me sad.
yeah, yeah. Movie
I
looks
do love me
interesting.
some Marquettes.
Oh, because of how she looks now?
Well, no, it
She
just made
looks
me feel
pretty
incredibly
busted.
old. I don't care. I'm not gonna
Oh,
body shame
okay.
her. I
All
just was
right.
like, damn, I'm old as fuck, dude. No. Look, to each their own, man. I am not a handsome man. So Patricia Arquette was finer than I'll ever even dream of being for a large portion of her life.
Yeah,
Good for her.
absolutely.
She's still Alabama, bro. Come on, dude. Still gonna get a "You're So
Lost
Cool" tattoo
Highway.
somewhere. Hells yeah. What'd you guys watch?
I watched a few things. Oh, I rewatched One Battle because
Oh,
right
dude,
before
I
the
need to watch that.
Oscars.
Carissa even wants to watch that again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched it before Oscar night, and I was like, this better win all the Oscars. Shout
Did
out
it
to my
win
boy
anything? I didn't. I
ATA.
didn't. I
Yeah,
didn't
no, it
watch.
won 6 Oscars, I think.
Dang.
One Best Picture, one Best Director, Adapted Screenplay. Sean Penn won. Supporting actor didn't show up.
That whole thing you just said makes me so happy because that changed my whole entire perception of a director and his entire filmography. So,
Yeah,
Yeah, that
uh,
trifecta is pretty impressive.
it is. Yeah, it is. You don't get that too often.
dude, I'm like a full-on
Oh,
fan of his at this
it
point. I still haven't
won.
watched Licorice Pizza yet, but
Oh, it won Best Casting. It was the first year for the casting awards. It won
hmm.
Best Casting, which is, Chase Infinity was a brand new actor, and there's a lot of like,
Oh yeah, the young lady, huh?
yeah, yeah, the daughter. So they picked her out of thin air, and
She's
um,
gonna be a star, bro.
oh yeah, yeah,
How old
absolutely.
is she? Is it appropriate to say that she's a gorgeous woman, or is she like
I
too
think so.
young?
I
It's
think
20 or
she's
20
an
something.
adult.
Okay, I just
Yeah,
was making sure I wasn't saying anything crazy. I think her face is just like objectively very attractive. She's very pretty, and I thought she did a great job. So
yeah,
she's got all the ingredients to be a superstar. Is my whole point.
right,
Carissa
right.
thought she was gorgeous. She was like, that girl's freaking. I was like, her hair's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
She's got it, bro. Like whenever they were casting, it probably wasn't hard at all to pick her. They're like, shit, yeah, get her over
Oh no,
here.
that was so we've talked about it before, but the movie was like a work in progress for like 20 years. He's had this in
Yeah,
his head in some form, right? And they tried to do it like a few years ago, and he couldn't find her.
crazy.
And so he was like, I'm not doing it if I can't find the right actress because she's like the heart of the movie.
That's awesome.
So it was when they found her. I think they went through like a really extensive casting process to find her. So it was
Isn't
a
that
big
wild,
deal.
dude?
Yeah.
Good for her. Good for them. That's cool, man.
Yeah. Plus there's just a lot of like cool like random people in that movie that they found. A lot of like the interrogator guy, he's like a real interrogator, and like all like a lot of the people in the movie are like real people that they
Oh, that's
used.
cool. I thought the movie had a great cast. It was very
Yeah.
diverse. It had a lot of people from a lot of different like just places. It felt like a movie that had a big, what do you call it? Like a spectrum of people from a diverse group of places. Like it just felt
Mm-hmm.
like it had so many different kinds of people represented in the one movie.
Mm-hmm.
Left, right, all of it, just everything in between, man. And it didn't feel like it was honestly weighed too heavy on either side. It felt distributed evenly with its cast of characters.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Agreed.
agreed.
Completely. Yeah, so I watched that, and then was there something else? Oh, I watched this movie called Splitsville with Dakota Fanning.
I saw that on your list. Yeah.
Yeah, not like great, but it's got a lot of absurd comedy. It's about these two guys that um this one guy finds out that his wife is cheating on him. He's only been married for like a year. So he like just walks out of their car. They're like driving down the road. He just like steps out of the car and like walks through a field and like he's like it's absurd comedy. He like walks for like 10 minutes and he swims through a down a river and then he ends up at his friend's house and he's like, I need a place to stay. So he stays at his friend's house and they're like in an open relationship. Um, but really they're not. So he ends up sleeping with Dakota
Fanning?
Johnson. No,
Oh,
not
Dakota
Fanning.
Johnson. I was like
Johnson.
looking at this.
Oh
I was like,
yeah,
that
I was
doesn't look
like
like
that,
Dakota
I
Fanning.
was about to say Fanning. I'm like, no, that's wrong.
I've
Dakota
always thought she
Johnson.
was a looker.
She's very pretty. I don't think
Yeah.
she's a great actress, to be
No,
honest,
no, no. I
but
just
she's
want to
very
look at
pretty.
her. I don't need to hear her talk.
Um, but he ends up sleeping with her, and then they comes to find out that they're in an open relationship, but neither one of them actually ever slept with anybody else. So his
Huh.
friend is like, "Yeah, you could do." Before when he's staying at their house, he's like, "Yeah, y'all could even do it, and I wouldn't care," because they're like talking about how they're in an open relationship, or whatever. And then it ends up happening, and then he gets really mad, and they have this absurd fight through the house and destroy the whole house. It's like really long 10-minute fight. Um, and it kind of just goes from there. It's pretty funny. It's not like a great story, I guess, but I enjoyed it. It was absurd humor.
I wouldn't mind watching it. Is that who's the taller gentleman? Is that somebody I recognize or no? I can't. The picture I've got is really bad.
I wasn't familiar with either of these
No.
guys. I think they are like the creative force behind the movie because um
Okay, yeah, I don't recognize
they're
them
like
either. I
the
was
two
looking at a kind of a small
main
picture.
characters. I think they're like done a bunch of indie stuff. But they hired two of the most beautiful women in the world to be their wives, so
Huh.
good for them. Because it's Dakota Johnson and Adria Arjona.
Mm.
She was
Sounds pretty.
she was the girl in Hitman. I don't know if any of y'all watched
Oh, dude,
Hitman.
she is definitely
Fucking
an 11 out of 10.
fire, yes. I was watching it with Tori. I was like, that woman is my type.
There's this new chick that is popping up in a couple of movies that is, I wish I could remember her name and what movies I'm thinking of. I'll think of them in a little bit and I'll send you guys a picture to the group chat. But she is new to me and she popped up in like 2 or 3 different trailers recently. And I was like, who is this chick? She's Hispanic. And even me and Chris were both watching this trailer and we were like, who is that girl? Man, she is
Mm,
gorgeous. But she's a new up and coming actress that has been cast in a couple of movies here coming out.
okay.
Um, let's see.
Coolio. The only other things I watched, we had the cousins over yesterday, and we always try and like show them an old comedy or something. So we watched Austin Powers last night.
Hell yeah.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh.
Just
Dude,
watched the
such a
first
great
one.
movie. I love that
I
movie.
think the second one's my favorite with
Oh,
Heather
word?
Graham, but I love all of them. They're
It's been a while
hilarious.
since I've seen them all, but they're all pretty good.
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
all
know how
funny.
I don't know how they hold up, but
I mean, there's dated
well,
humor
I
because
know.
there's like a lot of pop culture
Yeah.
references from the late 90s in them. So
Huh.
there's certain moments I'm like, oh yeah, y'all have no idea. And also I was like, oh, they probably never seen old James Bond movies. They get like
Yeah, they don't
none of
understand
the
any of that
references of
references, huh?
anything out of this. Yeah, but they still laughed and had fun
I'm
with
trying
it.
to find this woman here if I can, but who knows? May not work.
I
Well, I
also
watched.
rewatched
Go ahead.
Everything Everywhere All at Once again.
Oh,
I
that's a
haven't
good
watched
ass
that in a
movie,
You went
while.
on an epic journey this weekend. Like everything
right?
is
Yeah, really.
What do you mean?
well, like everything everywhere all at once is like an epic journey. One battle after another is like another. These are
Epic.
all two
Yep.
and a half hour movies, right?
I
It's
guess so. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm watching Ichi the Killer.
And Serbian film.
I watched War
Yeah.
Machine with Alan Richardson. Pretty
Hmm.
much mentally check out at beginning to end on
Mm.
that thing. He just is a combat guy who tries to save all of his buddies from explosions, and he literally does that almost the whole movie long. Like that's
Huh.
just they're battling these alien mechas or whatever, and he's just trying to stop the bleeding and
Is this a
Never got
Netflix
things
joint?
do what?
This is a Netflix joint?
Yeah, yeah. Alan Richardson's the guy who did what's it, Jack Reacher?
Preacher. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's a
okay,
Reacher,
okay.
big blonde
That
headed
guy's that
dude.
guy's cool.
Yeah,
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 he's a
yeah.
super cool guy. And then watch Fade to Black finally. It's been on my list. I haven't I really wasn't seeking it or anything. It just kind of fell in my lap with a Joe Bob Briggs episode.
Come on, Joe
Um,
Bob.
but yeah, pretty cool. It's got like a lot of movie references in it. So from like anybody who's into old movies, especially 40s, 50s, I think they have like a pre-ban era or something, or like pre-censorship movies. Like it was really using
Oh.
those for reference, but it builds a whole story around reference, movie references, and then implements the references with splits, segments in and out of the movie. It's pretty cool. Like it. I wouldn't say it was like a total banger. For a while, I was like, man, this is really good. And then towards the end, I was like, come on now, you can do it.
Mm.
It kind of fizzled out. But pretty cool. Fade to Black, definitely high on the
That
list.
one sounds interesting to me. Yeah, when you mentioned it the other day,
I really think you would find some kind of fun out of it, right?
yeah.
It's just with all the movie references.
So was that a old Joe Bob that was on Shutter or something,
Man, I don't think it. I mean,
or is it a
he
recent
was
one?
old in it, so yeah, it was an older Shutter Joe Bob. Let me see.
I'll look it up. I'm probably gonna check that out at some point. Sounds cool. Old noir
Yeah,
references and stuff. Sounds like
August
my jam.
2024. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it definitely was fun to me. Like it just put a smile on my face. Like, oh, there's Psycho, there's whatever that, and just the list went on and on and on. Maybe a little too excited about movie references, but
Mm,
hey, man, we don't have enough. Apparently, the movie flopped because they had like there's a cowboy character in it, and the people who own the rights to the character sued the piss out of the studio. So they couldn't release
Dang.
the movie, and
yeah.
it was like a big failure financially as a
That
result.
occurred to
So
me when you were saying that. It's got so many references in it that you're playing with fire as far as rights go with stuff like that. You gotta be
yeah,
real
Joe
careful.
Bob was like they would never make a movie like this
Yeah,
ever.
oh yeah, you could never get it made anymore. I mean, you can barely get a good soundtrack in a movie because it's so damn
Dude,
expensive just
Oh,
to
bro, yeah, that
license
stuff's a pain in the
music.
ass.
Yeah.
you end
And
up with Bloody Moon.
Blugga,
One
blugga,
note.
blugga, blugga,
If we end up
blugga.
doing something, I got a couple of musicians I'm gonna reach out to make sure that if we end up with some kind of short film that we got music we don't gotta worry about buying.
I
There
do
you
play the
go.
bongos, just putting that
Hell
out
yeah,
there.
dude. I play that good old
Cool.
skin flute.
McConaughey.
Fucking McConaughey.
Chris, have you seen anything
Yeah,
this week?
I don't have much. I mean, I rewatched Sinners the other day. Still awesome. Still love it. Um,
Yeah.
did deserve to beat one battle, but still good. Um, and I've been reading, so I'm through the book's called Between Two Fires. It's set in like plague time France. So it's all a lot of like descriptions of like dying people and death um but it's about a knight that like befriends this young girl that her family dies and they go on a journey to can't remember the name of the town, but it's some French town.
Okay.
But it's a lot of like good versus evil, angels, devils, just a lot of like religious undertones and stuff like that. But it's like a traveling story where they fight monsters and fight different stuff. And it's really good. It's really good. Clay would like it, I think, a lot, just because it's got the kind of like realism of the like religious stuff, but it's also got the horror, gore,
Dude,
fights,
Heck
um,
yeah.
sounds awesome.
stuff like that. It's
You have to
pretty
send
good.
me the
Is it
deets.
fantastical, like magic and stuff, or is
No,
it
no,
no? Okay.
it's basically just demons, essentially, I guess.
Okay.
Um,
I'm more
like
into that.
I won't
Yeah.
get too deep into the story, just in case you want to check it out. But it's like you know the devil and or hell and heaven and hell are fighting, and demons are on. But like that's a very kind of a smaller part of the story. Like the story's
Mm,
more about like the guy, like the knight escorting this girl who's
Mm.
got some sort of thing going on with her that you don't quite know exactly what she is, but she pulls off some kind of fantastical stuff, but it's not like magic and shit like that. It's pretty grounded, but with just a little sparkle. There's sprinkle of you know demons, monsters.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
That sounds cool. Because
even a little
It's
bit
really
of
cool.
that, and I'm interested.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm like 80% through it. It's not a super long book. It's an easy read.
nice, nice, nice,
Cool,
nice.
man.
Sounds
I'm
good.
probably going to ask you later to send me a link to that one. You said, oh,
Yeah,
you're
Yeah,
reading it
sounds
like in
good.
paper?
on a Kindle.
Like on
I'll
paper.
probably have to listen. I'm gonna, I'm
I'm
gonna,
sure there's an audiobook for that.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
pretty
listening to an
popular book,
audiobook
I
right
think.
now called, shit. Why can't I recall things like this?
Shit.
This is a movie
It's called,
podcast,
oh
guys.
shit.
There's no reading allowed.
Yeah, I didn't know
Well,
if
it's
I was
called
allowed to talk
Murder. It's
about.
called Murderland. It's like a mystery about like a Six Flags type place where this guy dies at a Six Flags type place, and they gotta figure out what's going on. I think it was actually written for people like in their early 20s is what it feels like. But it was just recommended quite highly, and it was like it starts off fast and gets going, and I have a hard time getting into books if they don't start quickly. And so I gave it a quick listen, and 5 minutes in, I was like, "Oh, I'll buy this," and I just bought it, and I've been listening to it for like I don't know, quite a bit the last 48 hours.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's kind of what I like about what I'm reading. It's like, they're doing a thing, a thing, a thing, a thing, a thing, a thing. So it's
Yeah,
not a
that's
lot of like descriptions. Like I was reading the stand and just got so bored with endless descriptions of things and characters, and
Right.
so I kind of needed the opposite, and it's been pretty good. It's like really well written, but
what's the
a little bit more fast paced.
what's the guy what's the guy that wrote No Country for Old Men? He's got another book that he wrote.
Cormac McCarthy.
Yeah. What's the other one that he wrote called?
Blood something,
Blood
Blood Meridian.
Meridians
yeah.
Oh yeah. Have you all read that book?
Road.
I've read
I've
part of it.
gotten about halfway through
It's
it.
on my shelf back here. I got it right here.
I did an audio of that as well. That's an interesting book.
I gotta finish it.
I don't know if I can sit down and read that book. I don't think I can sit down and read much anymore, like at all, honestly. My brain doesn't I get so distracted. I can't even sit
Yeah.
still when we're doing podcasts. I do interviews. I have to literally sit here with a fucking fidget spinner. Um,
That's
but I
kind of
like
why
listening to books.
that's kind of why I've been like I wanted to get back into reading a little more to just
Put the
you know
phone
I
down.
should. I
not
definitely
yeah not
should.
Mm.
not play on my phone for 2 hours at the end of the day. Just
2 hours?
you know,
Fuck.
I mean not just whatever. I mean because like put the kids to bed for a little bit and
Right.
just I don't know. So
Just lay there and scroll
No,
for a
dude, good for
while.
you,
yeah
man.
No.
yeah.
Good for you, brother. I'm
So,
glad that y'all are reading.
so I
I
did that
can't
like a year ago, and then you just get busy and get out of the
yeah
habit. But
It all
yeah
comes roaring back.
yeah because I can't really like throw on a movie I want to watch all the time, but
mm,
Yeah.
I
Some
figured it was.
Anamorphous.
But I figured it was just a way to consume, some sort of content or media. Uh, you know,
yeah, no,
books a lot longer than a movie.
feel like he quiets your mind a little bit.
Oh,
For me at least,
definitely.
like it always takes me like every time I try and start reading a book again, like it takes me like 20-30 minutes to really like sink into it. But if I can get into it, then you can really go on a roll.
I
Yeah.
fall straight asleep. If I'm not even being silly, like
No, no,
I start reading a book, dude, and
that
I
can definitely
literally like
happen.
back when I used to read my Bible a lot, I would sit down and be like, all right, I got to figure out a way to read this and not get tired because I feel like it's disrespectful to be reading that book just like, you know, and
Right.
I literally had to get my Bible and walk around my house,
Mm.
like read it while I was walking around. And it's not like it's boring. If you read that thing, it is definitely not boring. Well, historical
There's
stuff in the
there's
first
there's
part of it.
parts of it where it's just like
Yeah, but like just generally
naming.
speaking, like the stories that are in that are incredibly engaging.
Yeah,
But with any book, I've tried to read punk documentary style books. What are those called? Like I don't know,
biographies and stuff.
biographies and things like that.
Biographies.
Yeah. And same thing happens there though. And this is a book I'm very interested in and whatever, but so listening to it, I can go in the kitchen and like prep food or do dishes or something that's kind of quiet, mindless, and pay
Hmm.
attention to the book, which is how I've been doing it the last couple of years, even shit, maybe longer than that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Did you ever read that book, Coffin Moon? The vampire one I told you about? I know you
Let me
got the
check.
audiobook. I don't remember if you ever read
I'm
it.
fixing to check right now. I can't remember. I need to look at the cover of it.
I just
Also,
started reading this Whale Fall.
is that good?
I
Oh, I
just
heard about that book actually.
there's a movie there that's supposed to be come out this year, I think. But I heard it was good. The guy Daniel Kraus, he's like a pretty popular horror writer. I don't know how horror this one is. It's like this guy's dad. It's like it takes place on a coastal town. This guy's
Okay.
dad like commits suicide, goes into the ocean, and I think the idea is that he's like gonna go dive and try and find his body, and then he gets swallowed by a whale
Good grief.
and has like an hour worth of oxygen before he dies. So that's all I really know about it, but
Sounds
I've
like
heard it's
my
really good.
Tuesday afternoon.
It's a rough day, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm
Swallowed by a
about
whale.
40% through Coffin Moon. I need to probably rewind it a little bit.
Oh, okay,
But
okay.
yeah, I started listening to it. I thought when you said that, I was like, I think I did start that book. So yeah, I probably should just reread it. I mean, I don't mind doing that. I do that a lot actually with these audiobooks. I'll read it like three-quarters way through, and then I'll forget or I'll get busy with something else, and then like a month later I'll come back to it. I'm like, well, starting this one over because
Mm,
I can always put the speed up 1.5 times to get through it again, so I can just
hmm
start getting to where I'm like, okay, I remember this, remember this, remember this. And I've skipped whole chapters. Go, oh, I remember what happened here. Just next chapter. Um,
You
it's
might like that one too, Chris. That was a good book.
Yeah.
I read The
It's a
Long Walk. Sorry.
it's not like I wouldn't say it's fast paced. It's a contemplative book. It's a vampire story, but so it's pretty gothic and
That's cool.
moody. But
That's cool.
I thought it was really good. It got some pretty dark stuff in there.
Yeah.
You ever
That sounds good.
listen to or read anything by Richard Stark or what is his real name? What's that
I
called when
don't
you have another
think
name for your
so. Oh, he's got like a
Surname, pseudonym.
pseudonym.
pseudonym? Let's see.
We're on to book talk now. Gotta start a new
So
podcast.
let's see. Who was this dude's actual? Yeah, Donald Westlake. Excuse me.
Oh,
That's who
okay.
went by Richard Stark.
I okay. Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That's another guy that I really like. I think, dude, Donald Westlake's done a lot of books.
Yeah.
Um, let's see, a lot of books that turned into movies. But okay, so have you guys seen that movie Payback with Mel Gibson?
Uh,
Sure, I
Don't think
have.
I've actually watched it, but
I
know what it
am
is.
I'm definitely familiar with it. I don't know if I've ever watched it start to
I really
finish.
like that movie a lot.
I've probably
And that
seen like bits and pieces of it on TNT, but I don't know if I ever watched it from beginning to end.
I bought a director's version of it because the way he wanted to make it was definitely not what they put out. And
Okay.
I really like that movie, and I couldn't figure out why I liked it so much. First off, it's got Lucy Liu, and she goes by three names in that movie, which I thought was interesting.
So
Like her
Robin.
name is Lucy something Liu. It's not just Lucy Liu. Um, but I figured out that I watched a lot of movies back in like my younger days that
Mm.
the reason I liked them all so much and I was gravitating towards them is because they were all books that I had read, and they were all like these hard case crime books. And Payback is actually a book called The Hunter, I believe, with the main character's name is actually Parker, which Parker thought was the coolest thing ever because Mel Gibson
Oh,
playing
okay.
Parker. And that movie Parker with Jason Statham is also one of the books in this series.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There was like 3 or 4 movies from this particular character, but it's very slick and crime, and he's an
Yeah.
anti-hero. It's fucking cool, man.
There's a
Good.
bunch of I know that the Parker books are pretty popular.
I've
Been a
probably
bunch
got
of
10 of them on
movies.
my thing.
Yeah, there's a bunch of movies that were made of them too. Have you ever seen Point Blank with
Yes, it's been a
Lee
while.
Marvin? That's a badass movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long time.
There's a Robert Duvall did one too. God dang it,
The
I can't
Outfit.
remember. The outfit,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, I've seen The Outfit. I've seen Parker, excuse me, Payback a bunch of times. I've seen Point Blank once a long time ago. I don't know how long ago, like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Mm,
And then that movie Parker I never watched, but uh, I should just because it's probably going to be something I can enjoy just solely based on the fact that I like that guy's book so much.
yeah, I've never read any of those. All right, we're gonna wrap it up because
Cool.
it's been a long pod, but I've really enjoyed the conversation, Phyllis. What is the name of that freaking movie?
Thanatomorphos, let's go.
Thanatomorphos next
Let's
week,
go.
maybe.
Body
Nice.
horror.
I'm checking out. I'll see